Big what? Big Ten. Big what? Big Ten. Do you want to be Andy Katz for 10 minutes?
Yeah, also it's Big 18.
Okay, sure. So Andy Katz did his Andy Katz Big Ten Power Rankings. We cried, we shed tears, we rejoiced, we loved, we lost, and then we broke down Andy Katz's reactions. That was yesterday on the channel. Now it's time to do our own version of this, and I believe for the 2025-2026 season, this is the first time we've embarked on this endeavor together. Version 1.1 of the Sleepers official Big Ten Power Rankings. Our job is to name these 18 teams in order, in descending order, from how good they are to how bad they are. This is not necessarily what we think they will finish the season at. In theory, things can change. This is just sitting here in August right now, power ranking Big Ten basketball teams 1 through 18. Any questions before we begin?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I have one question for you before we begin. How much of a title bump are you going to ask for your team?
Listen, the thing about my mind, it sucks. So stop trying to get inside it.
Well, when you come into a video doing this, it makes me think like you're about to like make some demands.
Maybe.
Are you a good negotiator?
Awful.
All right, Purdue's one, right?
So the thing about it is, so
Are we gonna do this on every single team?
no, Purdue won.
Purdue's one. Okay, who's two? The consensus I think is Michigan or UCLA, but I'm open to your feedback. These are your rankings as much as they are mine.
I'll go Michigan.
Without much hesitation for you, do you think they're alone at two?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Why are you flicking off the screen?
Oh, sorry, just itch.
Got it.
Yeah, Michigan too.
Got it. Michigan at two.
Yep.
I have UCLA three. Are you going to try and talk me into somebody else?
No,
Okay, so we're pretty aligned right now, 1 through 3. This is where I think things will get interesting, so I'm going to shake it up a tiny little bit. Who's number four?
I think at 4 I would currently go with Illinois.
I think Illinois at four is the consensus answer. Do you have any interest in hearing me try to talk you out of the consensus for a different team?
Uh, no, not at this point. I don't think so. No.
So I'm not even allowed to make the argument at this point.
You have 10 seconds.
Wisconsin has a better star in John Blackwell, a guy I know you and I believe in. Greg Gard always wins more games than expected. The same problems Illinois had last year with Europeans that show up out of shape are still going to apply. Meanwhile, Wisconsin has vets, a Nick Boyd, John Tanji up transfer, and a Blackwell
If
superstar.
if we go Wisconsin, can we go Illinois next?
Yes.
Deal.
Okay, Wisconsin at four. I am officially announcing myself on the Badger bandwagon this year. Don't like saying that, but I loved the Boyd ad. You know this, and I think Blackwell's just a killer in a way that some of these middle of the pack teams don't have. He's probably going to be a freak this year without Tanji. So to me, they've been a little slept on. Nolan Winter's a like very good front court player that could be all Big Ten too. I feel like Gard deserves the benefit of the doubt. They have less questions for me than Illinois does, which is why I put Illinois five.
Fair. All right, so we go Illinois 5. Now we're on to 6.
We're on to six.
I would like to go for my Michigan State Spartans.
Cats had Oregon up at three. I do think Oregon's starting to slip if we put them much lower than here. Give me the Michigan State greater than Oregon pitch, and you're not allowed to say last year as any reason for it.
Okay, understood on this one. So for me, Oregon, I think that last year they had a lot more pieces around them, around the shelf that and middle than we're giving them credit for. I truly do. Like I
You
actually
just
think that
started with a last year.
oh well, okay, but I needed this one in comparison. I'm not saying like put them here because of last year. I'm saying when you look at what is surrounding this year's Oregon team, I just think that it is not as good as people are billing it to be. And also, I have this theory that Shellstad's more clutch than he is actual like top end killer guard in the Big Ten.
I think that's pretty true. I don't even think that's a theory at this point. I think it's real. Um, I just think everything you just said applies to state too. Like I guess take all of the non-Biddle, Shellstad, Fears, Kohler players on these teams, right? Those are
Mhm.
kind of the maps. And I think everyone would agree Shellstad and Biddle are better than Fears and Kohler as a tandem, right?
Yeah.
On paper. So take those guys out. Just supporting casts. How many Michigan State guys are starting if you combine the two supporting casts? You think all three?
Which players we taking away again? Taking away Fears and
I guess Kohler, right? I mean, or you could start Kohler with Biddle, but like
yeah. I
I'm
mean, I
trying to
think
take away point guard big from the
I
two.
think I'd start Colin Carr over Kwame Evans. At the four. Um, I mean, TK Simpkins. You don't know what it's going to be look like in an up transfer type
It's like
situation
him
there.
and Ford are like the same guy. It's like
Yeah.
roll
So
the
I mean,
dice.
okay. All right. To this point, I gave you Wisconsin ahead of Illinois. Can you give me Michigan State and then we can go Oregon?
I'm willing to give you one. You just haven't made the like. I want you to make the point that will talk me into it. The point that will talk me into it is you are banking on a Tom Izzo team to outperform a Dana Altman team. Like
See, that
it's
feels like such
nothing
a that
about the
that feels like
roster,
such a cop out, but
but
maybe that's the answer.
I think that's the reason you would take a team led by Fears and Kohler over a team led by Shellstad and Biddle.
All
Like
right.
to me, all the role players are equally question marky. But I
Good
will
deal.
buy that argument if you want to say it's Izzo. I'll do it. But I need to hear you say that. It's not just like Oregon's role players stink. Like y'all are about to start Carson Cooper and
I
Kurtan.
try to refer with hitting people with the it's Izzo.
I know you do, but it falls on deaf ears to me when it's like I don't. All of the role players are bad, but you might start Kurtang and Carson Cooper. Like it's the same issue. So unless the pitch is like Cohen Carr truly is a star, which I'm not fully bought into. So I'll give you State six, but to me it's gonna be an Izzo bump again if we do that.
Eh, fair.
Or I like the point against Shellstad, I guess. Like you just don't think he's actually all that good.
Yeah.
I think it's fair. Fears probably does do more winning stuff than Shellstad. I think.
I mean, at the same time, Shellstad has that clutch takeover thing. It's just like I don't know. I expect Shellstad to be so much better than he actually is, and that's not like fair to him because he's good. But like, I just thought he would be so much better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll go Michigan State six, Oregon seven. We move. Do you want anybody ahead of Oregon actually? Because you could talk me
I'm
into the
fair.
Ohio State
I'm,
roster.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. I feel like that's the consensus top seven for the most part. We have the same seven teams, just mixed around the order from what Cats did. Now you got to start banking on teams and coaches that I don't know. You got to put some faith behind here. A new Indiana regime, a new Iowa regime, new Minnesota regime, new Maryland regime. So who do you want to put eight?
I like to put Iowa 8,
You're buying the Ben McCollum stuff, huh?
buying the Ben McCollum stuff, buying Bennett Sturtshausen, Albero, Fulgaris. Yeah, I'm buying that team.
Can I get a little reset rather than go team by team? Can you give me like your next three off the board right now?
Yeah, I would go Iowa, Ohio State, Indiana.
No Maryland in there, no Washington. Those are the two in the middle of the pack I'm kind of buying.
Mm-mm.
Why are you out on Maryland, Washington? I was hoping we could get some of those mixed in here.
Can you talk me on the rest of Maryland outside of like Buzz and Pharrell Payne, like that roster? I think I'm just lacking on it a little bit.
I think it's just a really high floor team because I think that Buzz basketball wins a lot of games, even if it's gross and the players aren't all that exciting.
Okay.
I also just think inherently that program is going to have a little bit of an emotional boost, losing Kevin Willard's drama and bullshit at the end of it. And more importantly, I actually really do like a lot of the gamble dice roll guys that they brought in. I think Darius Adams is a really good late ad that is pretty high upside. I think Passmore, like a year ago, we really liked Passmore and he
Mhm.
basically just didn't get a chance. I think you need one of those two guys to hit. And then, it sounds gross, but we know that like Miles Rice was as bad as he could possibly be last year. And they were still like 500 in the league. I don't think a Miles Rice led team is going to be terrible. You're just hoping he bounces back a little.
Okay. I'm So if that's the case, I think I would go in that I would go Maryland ahead of Indiana.
I like Maryland's players better than Indiana's players this year. I do. It's just you'd be banking on DeVries to be better,
Yeah.
which could
But at the
happen.
same time, the combination of Wilkerson, DeVries, like not like Tucker, is
Yeah.
that not better than what Maryland has?
Tucker's the best player there for sure.
Yeah.
Tucker's the best player on either team. But
Yeah. So I'd be willing to go in the order after that. Iowa, still Ohio State, and then Maryland.
I need your Iowa pitch. I said it earlier this episode. I don't know that I buy Sturts is going to be as good as people think. So what's the full Iowa pitch here?
So a good portion of the Iowa pitch to me is actually Ben McCollum's style of play. It's so like low possession, just like you have to be very much taking care of the ball, doing the right things, and like you'll get frustrated by getting like Bennett Sturts to death, basically. Like they'll go the whole shot clock. It'll be a little bit of a different like shock value, I think. And I'm trying to think of like who's the last. Well, actually, no. Well, like the last first time Big Ten coach who had like a different stylistically approach to the Big Ten, which kind of did well. Like maybe like an like what Michael Shrewsbury did.
I mean, also Dusty. Like,
Dusty as well, like kind of like something different that the league hasn't yet seen having that effect. And then like Bennett Sturts, I think is actually just the overall goods, like just all American.
yeah, I think that's totally fair in that sense. If you want to kind of make the pitch that like first year head coaches actually have an opportunity to overperform, I'll
Mhm.
buy that for Iowa and Indiana, I think. But also that would apply to Maryland too, right? First year of Buzz in the Big Ten.
That's true.
So, all right. So I think we're kind of just we got to put our faith behind somebody here. There's only one team we haven't discussed like a little more in detail that I want to do quickly with you. Roster wise, I think this team should be in the first tier of seven than the next one.
I hate the USC running it backcourt.
It's not, oh, do you mean, yeah, okay, Washington. I want Washington.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
But can I try to make the argument?
I would be here for you if they did not have Des Claude.
Can I try to make the argument?
Yes.
They have so many proven productive players. Even if four of them don't hit, they're going to be fine. Like, how many teams in America? Kwamari Peterson scored 20 a game last year, 25 and 4 on 47% from the floor and 42% from three. That's like their fourth guard. Like, Steinbach was the biggest winner individually of the entire FIBA World Cup. Even if you don't like Claude and Yates together individually, they were both great last year.
Mhm.
Agnesevich scored 20 a game last year, 20 and 8, like, and led a team to the NCAA tournament. Zoom Diallo is like forgotten about. And if this was last year's Washington roster, Zoom would be on the list of breakout candidates this year because he scored in double figures and was a freshman. JJ Mandaquit made the FIBA World Cup team and played really well. Like, people like JJ Mandaquit. Even like Bryson Tucker and Lathan Somerville are like end of bench guys that there's reason to believe they could be good. So to me, Sprinkle has arguably been the biggest winner of the entire offseason. I hated what Sprinkle did last year because it's Sprinkle. I get we want to like make him a punchline and joke about him. But last year he had to rock with his guy, Great Osobor. That's what happened, right? Like he put all his money into his guy. Let's just get through the transition year. What if Sprinkle actually can coach? Because this is easily a top six roster in the Big Ten. This is a better point blank. There are better players on this roster than Michigan State and Oregon. It's just what is Sprinkle going to do with it?
Yeah, no, that's fair to say. I maybe it's a little bit of apprehension, but like when you're looking at roster wise, separated from the coach, which is tough to do because they do play a factor here. The roster's good. I can't get over the running it back with USC's backcourt. But like if I get over that, honestly, if I get a benching of Des Claude this
Yeah.
year,
Let's
I mean,
play a game. Pretend Des Claude is not here. Now we're looking at a team that's Kwamari Peterson, Wesley Yates, Steinbach, Ognisevich, and Zoom Diallo at the three.
yeah, I might have him ahead of Michigan State. I'd probably have him like fifth.
I want to put Washington 8. Des Claude is not that toxic to take a team from that to. out of the top 10.
Never ever say that. He might be. Yes, but okay, I'm fine with that.
All right, we're putting Washington at 8. Now I will let you make the order of Indiana, Iowa, Maryland, the three new coaches.
Iowa, Maryland, Indiana.
Iowa 9, Maryland 10, Indiana 11. I think I actually would have done the same order. I like where we're at right now. We have seven more teams to name, Cart, and they are Ohio State,
Wait,
USC.
we didn't name Ohio State?
We haven't put Ohio State on here yet.
Oh, I'd like to put Ohio State ahead of Indiana.
I'm kind of okay giving them a Diebler dump.
Like
Like Izzo bump,
instead of a
Diebler dump.
championship bump, it's a Diebler dump.
Izzo bump, Diebler dump.
Okay, just because of that catchphrase, I'll allow it.
All right, we're gonna put Ohio State 12, which is crazy, but also like they ran it back again. It's the same exact group. What were they last year?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
They
9,
finished
10.
10th. But I think some of these middle of the pack teams are gonna take a leap a little bit.
All right, that's fair. All right, so now we're into like what the Rutgers, Minnesota, Nebraska, Northwestern, USC, Penn State.
He really went 17 and 15 with Bruce Thornton in year three, man. That's crazy.
That
Yes, Northwestern, Nebraska, Penn State, Minnesota, Rutgers, and USC. There's an argument that I think Northwestern, Nebraska, USC each have a little upside. I think it probably should be USC at 13, but I don't know. I'm kind of out on the whole Muss experience right now.
I think I'll still go USC because I like Rodney Rice. Chad Baker Mazzara, for what everything I say about him, like he can do some winning things. Uh, do they still have Terrence Williams on the team?
They still have Terrence Williams, but no Elijah Arenas is where I lose USC. If he was here, I could buy them being awesome. But
Yeah,
like,
even though I have been hearing some good things about our guy Big East.
really,
Yeah.
hey, Easter Sunday, baby, be
Hey.
great, be great. Counterpoint, when we did Katz's list earlier, you said that Northwestern at 13 was too low. We are currently at 13 and have not named Northwestern.
Northwestern it is.
Northwestern at 13.
I mean,
Or
they'll
do we
have
need
a
to put
first,
them?
like okay, okay, how about this? You look at the rest of these teams, only one of them I think has a first team all Big Ten candidate.
Yeah, I think you get to this point in the conference and you got to start betting on coaches more than betting on
Yeah, so
rosters.
like in doing that, Collins Martinelli, Rank Mass Hoiberg.
And then you get to like Muss's
Yeah.
mess.
Then
Yeah.
I'll go USC, Rutgers, Penn State.
Okay. All right. Northwestern, then Nebraska, then USC at 15. The final three would be Penn State, Minnesota, Rutgers. I think all these rosters stink. I would actually talk myself most into a Peichel bounce back year. Just Peichel's proven he can win with
Do
shit.
we have any faith in Minnesota and Medved?
Medved. I'd be okay going Minnesota, Rutgers, Penn State if you want, or Rutgers, Minnesota, Penn State. I want Penn State last.
Let's go with the Minnesota next one, and then
Minnesota 16, Rutgers 17,
Penn
Penn
State
State
8.
18.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm out on Mike Rhodes. I think this is over for Rhodes.
Yep. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So the Sleepers official Big Ten Power Rankings version 1-1. Purdue 1, Michigan 2, UCLA 3, Wisconsin 4, Illinois 5, Michigan State 6, Oregon 7, Washington 8, Iowa 9, Maryland 10, Indiana 11, Ohio State 12, Northwestern 13, Nebraska 14, USC 15, Minnesota 16, Rutgers 17, Penn State 18. Cart, we're not done yet because I'm going to add a twist. Last year, only 8 Big Ten teams made the NCAA tournament. I want to draw the cut line for where tournament teams end and where tournament teams start.
Only 8 teams made the. You talking about 8 teams made the NCAA tournament?
Last year, only 8 Big Ten teams qualified for the NCAA tournament. Now, that was low. Like going back previous years, actually, there were only 6 in 2024. There were only 8 in 2023. There were 9 in 2022. This was back when the conference was smaller. So I feel like 9 to 10 teams is probably the right number. But let's draw the cut line here. We think Purdue, Michigan, UCLA, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan State, Oregon are all locks to make the tournament, would you say?
Yeah, I think so.
So then Washington, Iowa, Maryland, Indiana, Ohio State. Where do we draw the cut line? Who's in, who's out?
Bruce Thornton's going to make the tournament this year. I'd like to just draw the cut line there.
We can't put 12 teams in. There's
But
no
it's
way they get
ours.
12.
It's
There's no,
ours.
that's not logistically possible. We can't get
You're
12.
not logistically possible.
Jake Deaver's not. Bruce Thornton might make it on a different team if he transfers.
No, Bruce, no. Ohio State's going to win the Big Ten tournament.
Here's what I think. I think Washington's going to make it. At least 8 will get there. And I'm buying a sprinkle year. So the question is really which one of the new coaches get there and which ones don't. We have Iowa, then Maryland, then Indiana. Do any of them make it? You could tell me none do. You could tell me all do, and I wouldn't say it's crazy. 11 feels like a lot.
What, so are we at 9 without those?
We're at 8 through
8?
Washington.
I think
If we
I
add
would say,
Iowa, we get to 9. If we add Maryland, we get to 10.
I think X, ah,
It feels like it's between Iowa and Maryland. Like
okay.
Indiana, are we saying Indiana's out of the tournament?
See, I think Indiana finds a way to make it somehow.
Then I think we need to flip them with somebody else here. We're not going to get 11 teams in the tournament.
I think Maryland misses it.
You think Maryland misses it?
Yeah.
I think Maryland and Indiana miss it. So let's
I'm a,
draw the cut line and say Iowa and up
Iowa.
makes it.
Iowa makes it, and that's
So the
it.
cut is literally halfway through the conference. Iowa and above make the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
I think that's right.
Okay.
We did it.
Don't call it 1-1 version. That's the only version.